Hello guys, my name is Louis. Welcome to LT Models. Today I want to do a little bit of a different kind of video. This video is directed towards the new modelers, people that are coming back to the hobby maybe. So it's more about my advice based on my personal experience to those of you who are new. I get a lot of questions all the time about like what kit it's a good kit to start, what kind of airbrush do I need, what kind of paint should I use, and all that stuff. So I thought I made a video where I just share my experiences and give you guys my 2 cents kind of thing. I know that videos where you see my ugly mug, you know, they're not that popular on my channel, but maybe, you know, work on your models while you listen to this video. It is always good to have someone who could help you out, and I hope that I could help some of you out that shoot me a question or two about, you know, what should I do, what kind of scale should I build when I'm new. So I wrote down a few things to the new modelers that I hope that I could help you guys out on making a decision on what kind of kit to get. And the first thing that I could say is you gotta select a kit that you know is not gonna give you any trouble. Okay, you gotta select the right kit for you. I would recommend you, like, let's say for example, when I started this hobby, like my other hobbies, I was a drummer before I was a drummer. It was a hobby, but it was also kind of like a profession. I got to maybe semi-pro level. So before this, when I was playing drums, I remember starting playing drums, I wanted to sound like John Bonham or Alex Gonzalez from Maná. I wanted to be that drummer. And boy, did I learn that first you need practice, and first you need to go back to basics. You hear all the time, you know, back to basics, because it applies to almost every hobby out there, and even a profession. You know, you gotta learn the basics first. You gotta learn how to fill a seam. You gotta learn how to use an airbrush if you're gonna use an airbrush. You gotta learn how to thin your paint and all that stuff. And there's a lot of videos out there that teach you how to do all that stuff. So, but I will say the first thing is you gotta find that right kit that is not gonna fight you. He's not gonna give you a hard time when you start. If I have to recommend a company that I know they make great kits, great fitting kits, and I know a lot of you will definitely agree with me, is Tamiya. Okay, Tamiya has set the standard of what a great engineered kit is. I just did a Tamiya kit on my channel, and I had a blast with that kit. It didn't give me any troubles. Another company that I like is the newer Airfix kits. Okay, not the older Airfix kits. Those are dogs for what I hear. You know, I haven't come across one, but Airfix, it's what I like about them is that they're very affordable, and their kits are great. You know, I built a Seafire, and I had a great time, and I got a lot of compliments on that kit. And I did that kit when I was probably 2 years into the hobby, and I got a lot of compliments from my friends in my modeling club, which I will also recommend. Get in a modeling club, get involved with forums, get involved with modeling pages out there, magazines and stuff. That helps a lot, you know, having input from different modelers, tips and tricks even to how to build a kit. It helps a lot. But do also research on the model that you want to build. Like I said, if you get involved with modeling clubs out there, ask about a building review. Okay, maybe you want to build a Spitfire, but you want to know if that kit has any problems, any fitting issues. There's building reviews out there, and those are really helpful. Magazines, okay. It's a form that it's obviously in the future there isn't going to be any paper magazines out there. Everything's going to be electronic, but if you could get your hands on magazines right now, books as reference, go ahead, man, because those help a lot. Don't sacrifice fun for accuracy, okay? I know that we look at YouTube videos out there and we see that modeler that is adding detail to the cockpits, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you gotta keep in mind that he's in a level where accuracy is part of the fun, okay? And sometimes I see a lot of modelers nowadays, they sacrifice the fun part to have an accurate model. I just talked to a friend of mine who he said he has spent about 78 hours building the kit for one of his builds because it was too plain. And now he looks back and he says, I wish I would have just left it alone and just build a damn kit, straight out of the box, because he took the fun out of the build, so that's what I mean when I say don't sacrifice fun for accuracy. Yes, there's gonna be a lot of people out there, if you decide to share your modeling either through a video or pictures on the internet, there's gonna be a troll out there who's gonna tell you that you used the wrong shade of paint, or who's gonna tell you that the seat it's the wrong seat for the cockpit, or that your tracks are crooked or something. Don't listen to that. People have nothing better to do but to criticize other people. Those trolls, man, just forget them, okay? Just do you, man. Just have fun. Don't worry about that. Get the basics done first, and then that'll come in time. Practice makes perfect, obviously. In drumming, that's a big thing. If you don't practice, you're never gonna get good or better. Good. That's one of the things that I really noticed on any hobby is you got to practice. You got to practice and practice and practice, and you get to that point where it just comes naturally. You know how to fill that seam, and you already know what tools you're gonna use and all that stuff. Invest on the right tools, okay? Airbrushes, I get asked all the time, what kind of airbrush should I get? Get that kind of airbrush that is gonna last you for 5 to 10 years, okay? Yes, Louis, but they're so expensive. There are companies out there that make decent airbrushes. For example, Neo for Iwata, that's a great airbrush. Get that airbrush if you can. It's very affordable. Badger makes great airbrushes. I love my Chrome. This airbrush is able to go neck to neck to any Iwata out there. Yeah, and it just keeps getting better and better. And I know Badger, every year they have the birthday celebration sale. So keep your eye out there. You could get a $120 airbrush for $56. And that's always a good thing. But I would recommend you invest in the tools. find out, like I said, do research. That's part of the research. Should I get a photo etch bender? Do I need that? Well, it's up to you. If you have the money for it, why not? But are you gonna use it? Are you gonna need 50 bottles of paint, on your rack? Or are you gonna use only 4 of them for a current build? It's up to you. Don't let nobody tell you what you should or you shouldn't know. It's up to you. But my recommendation is invest in good quality tools, good quality products. That way you're not finding yourself 6 months from now having to buy another airbrush because you bought a knockoff, So it's your decision, but my recommendation it is invest in a good quality tool. Okay, and last but not least, have fun, because that's the whole point of having a hobby. If you're not having fun, then that hobby is not for you. Simple as that. And that's what I would like to end with. Have fun. I'm building right now this kit, and if you see my channel, you're not gonna find any videos on that kit. Why? Is because I wanted to have fun. Not that every time I do videos I don't have fun, but sometimes when you're doing videos, it takes away from focusing on the build. And I really want to enjoy this kit, and I will highly recommend this kit also. It's my very first main kit, and I'm having a blast with it. And I think that I made the right choice by not doing any videos on this because I wanted to have fun. I talked to a lot of YouTubers that, they have a lot of subscribers, and sometimes they share with me, and I don't want to mention any names because I don't want to put them on the spot, but sometimes they say, man, I just miss the days where I just build for myself. I just wanted to have fun, but they also love making videos, so it goes hand in hand with it. But if you ever decide to start a channel, go for it, man. It's really fun, and just like this hobby, invest in good equipment. Okay, I hope I helped some of you with the questions that I got. I'm not an expert by any means. I just share a little bit of my modeling journey. I still have a long way to go. I still don't feel like I should ask people to subscribe to my channel because I don't find myself being able to teach someone how to do something, but I do hope that I could help someone. So if you want to subscribe, but if not, hey, I just hope this video helped you. And as always, my name is Louis, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye-bye.